Big Dummy! You know that! Hello! Hello! Big Dummy! We still out here for you, Marvin! That's what we do for our family! On the count of three, we gonna say Kamari family! 1, 2, 3, Kamari family!
The victim died at the hospital, her family telling me the shooting was domestic.
If we knew of anything that was about to happen to her, she would have never left the house. She would still be with us right now today.
What was it about this argument that you said she had to go? Like, why? That's all I want to know.
"30-year-old Kamari McMillan, affectionately known as Mari to her friends and family, was a vibrant, loving, and outgoing woman whose personality was as big as it was beautiful. To those who knew her, Kamari was a rock, fiercely loyal, and always there for those she loved. Her friends and family meant the world to her, and she was seen as the protective big sister in her family. Her friends often spoke of how her light shone so brightly, radiating a genuine warmth that was impossible to ignore. Kamari shared an especially close bond with her mother, who was more than just a parent. They were best friends.
It's a video, Mom. It's a video, it's not a picture. That's what I said to you.
In her personal life, Kamari was going through a transformation, embracing a softer, more self-loving era, something she proudly and openly acknowledged.
My soft girl era, I'm trying to have a soft life. That means I'm not arguing with nobody. I just want to relax. I just want to travel, raise my kids, have a good time, do no drama. I'm a mother.
One day you're gonna be the best thing someone ever took a chance on. I see it in you. The way you love, the way you hustle.
That evening, as was often the case, Kamari headed to a family member's house for a dinner gathering. As she always did, she hugged and kissed everyone goodbye before leaving. Little did anyone know that farewell would be the last time they would see or speak to her. Just before 10 p.m. on March 18th, Chicago police responded to reports of a shooting at the 69th Street station in the greater Grand Crossing neighborhood on the south side of the city. Upon arrival, they were met with a chaotic scene. An unresponsive adult female was found lying on the platform fighting for her life. The victim was identified as 30-year-old Kamari McMillan, who was rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where she was sadly pronounced dead after succumbing to a gunshot wound to the neck. A vibrant 30-year-old woman who, just hours earlier, had been laughing over dinner with loved ones. Her presence had filled the room with warmth and light, but in the blink of an eye, she was gone. Kamari's death marked the first homicide on the entire Chicago Transit Authority system in 2025. News of the shooting traveled quickly, reaching Kamari's family within hours. The phone calls, the disbelief, the desperate scramble for answers, all of it unfolded in a blur. Just the night before, they had kissed her goodbye. Now they were being plunged into an unfathomable nightmare. According to surveillance footage and witness accounts, Kamari confronted her on and off girlfriend, 28-year-old Tiara Lee Roberts, as soon as they came face to face. What began as a heated exchange of words rapidly intensified. Witnesses later recalled seeing the two women standing chest to chest as their argument grew more aggressive. Security cameras captured approximately 9.5 minutes of this charged confrontation. For 9 long minutes, amid the noise and movement of the station, emotions from their tumultuous relationship played out in public view. At first it was verbal, angry shouts, sharp gestures, with neither woman willing to back down. Then it turned physical. Kamari was the first to lunge, swinging her arm toward Tiara in a moment of fury. Whether or not the swing actually landed was unclear from the video, but it marked a decisive escalation. Passengers on the platform either froze in shock or edged away as the confrontation spiraled. Something fell to the ground amid the scuffle. Possibly a personal item knocked loose. Tiara bent down briefly, and in that instant, Kamari grabbed an object, believed to belong to Tiara, and tore it apart. In a burst of anger, she allegedly hurled the item onto the train tracks. It was a visceral act, one that signaled the fight had moved beyond words. Tiara, seemingly stunned, turned and began walking away, possibly attempting to disengage, but Kamari, still emotional, allegedly chased after her and struck her in the back of the head. What had started as an argument had now become a physical altercation in a public space, leaving onlookers shocked. In the moments that followed, Tiara made a fateful decision. Instead of retreating or defending herself physically, she drew a firearm from her coat. Despite the weapon being visible, Kamari reportedly stepped forward again. The two women stood face to face in a tense standoff, once close, now divided by anger. Then, Tiara made a fateful decision. Instead of retreating or responding physically, she reached into her coat and produced a semi-automatic handgun. In the middle of a platform, a space meant for commuters and late-night travelers, a firearm was now present. Kamari did not back away. Fueled by adrenaline and emotion, she stepped toward Tiara again. The two women, once inseparable, now stood face to face in a dangerous standoff. Tiara raised the weapon and pressed it against Kamari's neck. For a moment, time seemed to freeze. Then, in one final act of defiance, Kamari pushed back after being struck with the weapon. In that split second, the trigger was pulled. A single gunshot echoed through the station. Kamari McMillan staggered as the bullet struck her neck and collapsed on the platform, critically wounded. The fight was over as quickly as it had begun. Kamari collapsed on the platform, critically wounded. Panicked cries erupted from other passengers who were waiting for the next train. Tiara, seemingly realizing the enormity of what she had just done, bolted off the platform and disappeared into the night, leaving Kamari bleeding on the cold concrete. Whether by coincidence or intention, Kamari encountered Tiara on that platform, and whatever emotions were lingering from earlier in the evening suddenly boiled over. To Kamari's family, the suspect wasn't a stranger. She was someone they knew, someone who had once sat at their table, shared their meals, their laughter, their trust. Tiara's attempted escape didn't last. Just over 2 hours after the shooting, shortly before midnight, she was found on the 1400 block of West 63rd Street, not far from a Chicago police station in the Englewood neighborhood. There, she turned herself in. Officers placed the 28-year-old, a resident of Chicago's West Side, under arrest without resistance. In the span of moments, Tiara went from fugitive to inmate. Detectives wasted no time. They began gathering evidence and interviewing Tiara, with the security footage from the train station providing an undeniable visual record of the tragedy. 2 days after the shooting, she was formally charged with 2 felony counts of first-degree murder in Kamari's death, a standard legal approach in Illinois when multiple theories of the same homicide are pursued.
This is a heavy loss for the family of Kamari McMillan. They tell me this was a domestic shooting that happened right after she left family dinner on her way home when an argument turned deadly at a CTA station.
Mari was like, that was my protector. We were just with her, so it's even, I'm sorry.
In mere moments, a family gathering.
It's something we do every week.
Led to a family.
And then she left, and that was it. We waking up to bells.
Left with shattered hearts.
And man, she was supposed to be at home in bed somewhere.
But Kamari McMillan never made it.
Getting a person with a gun at the red line on 6-9.
Police say just after 9:45 last night, the 30-year-old got into a fight with another woman on a CTA red line platform at the 69th Street stop. That's when investigators say that woman pulled out a gun and shot McMillan in the neck. The victim died at the hospital, her family telling me the shooting was domestic.
If we knew of anything that was about to happen to her, she would have never left the house. She would still be with us right now today.
What was it about this argument that you said she had to go? Like, why? That's all I want to know.
Tiara appeared before a Cook County judge for a detention hearing. Dressed in a jail-issue jumpsuit, she stood in silence as prosecutors outlined the events of that terrible night. For the first time, the public heard the details of the confrontation that had unfolded on the Red Line platform. What makes this case so haunting is the speed at which an argument turned fatal. Had there not been a firearm, the dispute, however heated, might have ended in raised voices, hurt feelings, and bruised emotions. Instead, it ended in irreversible loss. The presence of a gun transformed a moment of rage into a moment of irreversible violence, a scenario that plays out far too often across the country. Studies show that in domestic or interpersonal conflicts, the presence of a firearm increases the risk of homicide by an alarming 500%. As of late March 2025, Tiara Lee Roberts remains in custody at Cook County Jail, awaiting trial. Through her attorney, she has pleaded not guilty, asserting that she never intended to kill Kamari, a woman she once loved. The legal process ahead will determine what justice looks like in this case, but for Kamari's family, justice will never mean restoration. No verdict, no sentence, no public apology can bring her back. Kamari's memory will live on in the hearts of those who knew her, and her story stands as a sobering reminder of the urgent need to address the intersection of personal conflict and gun violence in America. Rest in peace, Kamari McMillan.
We love you, Mari, baby! We love you, girl! Forever, Mari! We love you, girl! Forever, Mari! We love you! Long live Mari! Forever, Mari, you hear me? Long live Mari! Yeah, she ain't going nowhere.
She said y'all ain't get her. Y'all ain't get her no wood. You know she ain't go nowhere. Y'all ain't put the wood at the end of the balloon. I've got the roller. Y'all gotta put the wood at the end of the balloon. Y'all know what to do. My fucking sister, dog. It ain't even supposed to be long.